Hello and welcome to another episode of Life's True Value. I'm your host Anku Goyal, and today we will delve deep into the concept of return on experience and how it plays an important role in enhancing the value for luxury residences. Return on experience, also known as ROX, is a strategy embraced by senior leadership members across businesses to comprehend and enhance the value of their investments in the realms of customer experience, employee experience, and leadership experience. Since they are in charge of maintaining high standards in their companies to maximize the value for their customers, employees, and stakeholders, it would not be wrong to say that they would also meticulously evaluate the potential ROX that investments like luxury homes can provide before investing in them. Could there be a correlation between one's home and their productivity? Let's uncover the answers with insights from our special guest today, who has almost 3 decades of experience in the BFSI sector. Mr. Gopkumar, our guest for today, has almost 3 decades of experience in the financial service industry. Mr. Gopkumar has successfully navigated through challenging roles in sales, distribution, marketing, and branding. He is known for his proficiency in managing large teams and building digital ecosystems. Before that, he has chaired leadership positions at several reputed firms including Reliance Securities and Kotak Group. He received his MBA from Mangalore University and successfully completed Harvard Business School's Senior Executive Leadership Program. Let us understand his perspective on the return on experience today. It is my utmost pleasure to introduce our special guest for the new episode today, and who better than we can get Mr. B. Gopkumar, who serves as the MD and CEO of Access AMC. It is such a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for
me.
taking out the
Thank
time. You know, as we start today, my first question to you, of course, I want to know, we are here to talk about return on experience. How do you look at this phrase return on experience, and what does it mean to you?
See, if you look at the data points, if you look at the experiences, whether it is an employee experience or a customer experience, it has a positive impact on your businesses. And I have seen that people have a higher scores in terms of customer experiences generally do well.
Yes.
They do have a more profitable customers, and customers have become much more happier. So if you really look at this, is a very, very important vertical in your system where you measure customer experiences. So we do it through an NPS scores.
Yes. But do you think in the BFSI industry it has suddenly emerged to be the most important parameter or point of contention other than ROI? ROX is something that BFSI industry has absorbed.
Yeah, your point is right. I think what has happened is that people now start talking about it.
Yes.
About BFSI, about customer experience in BFSI side. I think my view is that now it is open. I think most of the companies give out their NPS scores, and people have adopted the global standards of NPS scores. So that's the reason why you see the business also competes on the NPS scores now, saying that higher NPS scores tend to have better cross-sell opportunities, better ratings, and better customer experiences.
Yes.
So people do adopt the BFSI as embraced on the customer experience side.
You know, one personal question I have, I want to know, in your long career that has been spanned over 3 decades and more, what has been the most challenging part when it comes to the professional side of it, and how did you overcome it?
The way I want you to think about is that we need to be relevant. I think we as professionals need to be relevant to our businesses, be relevant to our employees, and relevant to the society.
Okay.
I think the relevance is the key word in terms of the way you want to look at your professional career.
And how do you get relevant?
First important thing is knowledge. I think your ability to absorb knowledge by reading, understanding, meeting people,
Staying updated.
Staying updated is very, very important now. And it also tells you that my bigger challenges for last 25 to 28 years is that how technology is changing for you.
Yes, very fast.
And when we started, we had hardware computers. Today, everything has gone to the level of AI, where you just do a conversational AI with particular technology, and you're able to get answers today.
Yes.
I think my simple word is that you need to stay relevant. As long as you're relevant to your business, relevant to your organization, to employees, by doing all these knowledge sessions, I think it's very important.
Do you remember any difficult part, particularly in your journey, that taught you and you just got out of it?
I think the biggest learning for me was in technology side. I think technology got changed. For almost 23 years, I ran technology platforms on brokerage businesses where technology used to change every day. The pace of technology was the biggest challenge for my career. I think somehow I kept running around and learning about technology, even though I'm not a qualified technologist in that sense. I think I'm not a CTO, but I think I can talk technology thanks for my reading and talking to the great minds in technology.
That has made you relevant also. And of course, one more thing, if you can tell me, how much are you a person who enjoys luxurious properties and believe return on experience also has some connection with luxurious properties or homes?
My view on luxury is that it's a definition of yourself.
Okay.
I think it's not about how do I compare with my luxury as a quotient with your luxury quotient, right? I think my view is that it's all individual, very personal in terms of what person need to be thinking about luxury. So I do believe the living space has to be comfortable. I think people do believe the living space is restricted to the residentials. I think very important for us is to also look at and say that whether we are giving a right workplace for our employees, very critical. So we have set up a large office in Bombay.
Where comfort is really important. So for you, luxury is simplicity and comfort.
Simplicity and space for breathing for our employees to deliver better results.
And that reflects something of you also being simple and a comforter man with ease.
Yeah, you need to be simple. I think that's the definition of my luxury for myself.
So with that great definition you told me about luxury, simplicity, comfort that defines you also, let me help you explore this luxurious property and let's take your perspective around.
Looking forward.
So we're here at the outdoor, the most interesting part of the entire 25 South property. How do you look at outdoor spaces?
I'm always an outdoor guy. I do wake up at early mornings, run 1.5 hours of my physical training. I do run almost half an hour a day. So this is what I do, and most of the time as a CEOs, we are outdoor people.
Yes. I want to know from you about stress management. Do you think the space where we live in or where we work has any link or any help in reducing our stress or being a stress buster?
Obviously, living space gives that opportunity for you to reduce the stress levels. Basically, if you look at the pools or the gyms which we create, I think living space actually reduces stress most of the time and gives the opportunity for you to be socializing with your own friends in your building. I think it helps a lot, and I do that quite often with my friends in the building.
What is your way of busting your stress? Is there a mechanism you have identified? This is how I release my stress, or this is where I go and sit in my workplace or home to feel easy and get out of it?
Yeah, coming back to my way of living, reducing stress is that I do run half an hour a morning.
Okay.
I spend half an hour exercising, maybe 20 minutes for a meditation. More importantly, I have a small corner at home which I try to read. And presently, I'm reading a book called Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's on a leadership book, so you try to spend some time reading. But not a great reader, but I do spend some time looking at and thinking about what this author wants to talk to me. I think that's the way I look at when the reading also. I think interesting times.
It is interesting. Let us explore the business center and talk some business and your journey through that and get some business ideas from this. So Mr. Gokumar, now that we're in the business center, of course it drives me to ask you a little bit about your business. We have been talking about ROX, return on experience, for so long. Can you tell me that what do you understand that does the changing technology, AI has come in as a game changer? Does it really enhance the ROX feel in the company or in the industry? How do you look at it?
See, if we really look at it from a customer experience perspective, there is empirical evidences that if the organization has a better customer experiences, generally their ROIs are much, much higher.
Yes.
And the traditional way of looking at it is that there are surveys done, and more important, there's a model called NPS which comes to play.
Yes.
The NPS methodology is basically look at top 2 boxes and see where our customers are recommending or not recommending your brand and services. And for example, AI, with the conversational AI, we are able to get better insights on the customer. More important is that when you get unstructured data, your ability to understand AI is much, much higher. So AI actually decodes unstructured data very fast.
Okay.
So your decision making is also quicker. That traditionally, if you look at, we used to wait for a month to get the data point, then somebody used to do a data querying, hence you get the results out of it. I think today, the more and more you get data online, and AI plays a much, much larger role in customer experiences. And we do practice in our organization very closely on this. We are working on a POC on a conversational AI to get a better feedback from customers.
It has certainly enhanced the entire, as you said, decoding the structured data.
Yeah. So once you understand the output of that whole data points, and your ability to touch base the customer is much, much better than what your traditional way of accumulating data, analyzing data, and reporting data. It takes time. So here, your ability to respond to customers' needs are much, much faster. And if you really look at from financial services perspective, you have empirical evidences. Again, I'm coming there that if you are at a higher NPS scores, your ability to retain customers, and you'll have a much more profitable customers with you. So I think AI actually fast tracks the customer experiences, and it also builds your businesses.
Very well said. As it fast tracks the customer experience, I also want to bring on to the point that we obviously cannot replace employee contribution with AI.
Yeah.
It is very important. What do you particularly do to improve the employee satisfaction in your company and also to drive their experience as a great return on experience in your company?
We have multiple touch points for an employee in terms of gaining their experiences. For example, we have deployed AIs for the employees to do their job much better. For example, we have a Microsoft Copilot for an employee, so his ability to churn out presentations and drafting mails is much more easier.
Much more quicker.
Much more quicker. And the Copilot, for example, maybe my 15% of mail I use Copilots now.
Wow.
Because it becomes much more easier for us to respond. And second is that when you're in leadership level, typically you will get 10 mails, right? 10 senders will send, and you have to go through all the 10 mails. With the Copilot, we can just summarize, and the ability to respond is much, much faster. You do not have to go back and read all the 10 mails. So it made my life easier, so we do use that. We also do a lot of touch points for employees. And if you look at last year, we got the best employer award.
Wow.
I think we did quite well on all the metrics. It's a great place to work. We got that award last year. I think it gives a testimony for us that what we built was true, and somebody, a third party, can give a recognition around it.
So out of the performance metrics, if you want to understand from you, what is your guidance or to say philosophy for personal investment if you have to guide someone? What are those philosophical guidance?
Couple of things. I always keep saying that keep the investing very simple.
Okay.
I've been doing this job for last 30 years of advising customers to what to invest. Personally, for me, is that as long as you keep investing very simple, you will not complicate your portfolio. More importantly, 2-3 things you need to think about when you look at investing out of your personal money is that what is your financial goal and how does your asset allocation look like. Most of the time, people actually don't do the part 2, which is financial planning and asset allocation. They started investing. They end up with the wrong advice and a wrong goal in their life.
They learn on the journey. They try to learn while investing in the...
Yeah, most of the people try to do that. I think the start point is idea is to just put a financial goal in place, get asset allocation right, and keep simple investing. For example, for me, I think I'm in the markets for a long period of time. Substantial portion of money is in equities, but make sure that I don't do any complicated product. I just invest in mutual funds more often because
So keep it simple is what you mean.
as much simple as possible. People do a job of diversifying into real estate, commodities, gold.
Yes.
I think you need to do it when you have a goal in place. I think more important is to make sure that you diversify enough so that all investment comes with a risk. It's not that it doesn't come with a risk. As long as you diversify your risk, it will be much, much lesser.
Asset allocation and keeping it simple and planning are a crucial part of your philosophical guidance towards personal investment. Having gone through a long journey, you just mentioned 30 years, so 3 decades and more. I want to know what legacy you want to leave behind for your company and industry as a whole. What is that wish that you have?
For my company, it's very, very clear stated goal.
Okay.
I think we have a 2027 clear goal to be a top 4 player.
27.
Yeah, we are top 4 player in the country. We want to be there. Second is that we want to be very distinctive in terms of the way we are looking at as an asset management company.
Okay.
We want to be a knowledge partner for our distributors as well as the customers. I think that's the positioning what we are looking at. Third important is that we need to build products which are very distinctive and our ability to deliver that return to the investor. End of the day, our primary job, and I am very, very happy in my life, is that my primary job is to deliver return and make people financially independent.
Yes.
And achieve their financial goals and achieve their dreams through financial goals. I think I'm quite lucky in my career of 25 years of capital market where I was able to do that. I think that's what we'll try to achieve outside the performance metric what we called out.
That's a great vision, and thank you so much, Mr. Gokumar, for sharing such great insights and helping us believe in financial independence. It is very important to grow your business and to grow a healthy life. Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you.
Pleasure. So as we wrap up this session, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. B. Gokumar for sharing his profound insights with us. This discussion has shed light on how our homes impact our work performance. We have all seen how return on experience can be used to assess the value of luxury living spaces. Ultimately, your home does play a significant part in shaping your overall well-being and your productivity at work. This is Anku Goyal wishing you all success and good health from 25 South, one of India's premium residential properties. Take care and stay safe.